Hey guys, what's up? My name is Bri and welcome to my channel. So I am so excited to be filming this video today. I've been on a little 2-week hiatus. I haven't posted a video in 2 weeks, but because I've been just so busy with work, I've had literally no time to do anything but that, and I haven't really had any other video ideas that I wanted to film until now. As you can see by the title of this video, I have a huge announcement to make, and that is that I am moving. Specifically, I'm moving across the country to Orlando, Florida, and I could not be happier about it. I currently live in New Jersey, and I'm moving all the way to Florida. But if you know anything about me, you know that I already spent 4 years in Florida for college. I went to college in Lakeland, Florida, which is only about 45 minutes from Orlando. I'm moving back down there, specifically kind of related to my job now. So I didn't announce it here on my channel, but for the past almost month or so, I've been working for Disney for a special event that they're doing up here in New York. So I'm a performer for them. I'm not going to give too much detail because if you know Disney, you know you got to be really careful with your wording and what you're saying, but I've been hanging out with some face characters for the past month. If you want any more details or want to see exactly what I've been doing, you can check out my Instagram. Go to @Graf100 and you can kind of see what you want to see there. But I've been having the time of my life. It's so much fun. I've always loved Disney and the company, but actually getting to work for them and really getting to see the magic firsthand and seeing how this company really affects so many people is amazing. And getting to really make magical moments for these children and families, especially around the holidays, is just so magical, and I am having so much fun doing it. Before this job even happened, I had really been thinking about my life and my career and kind of where I wanted to be in a couple years, and I realized that the first step I really need to do was move out of my parents' house. I've been living here basically since graduating, which was in May of 2018. I've left and came back for different contracts over the summers and what have you, but I've been here for a little over a year now, and my commute into the city is not easy. If you watch back to my breakdown of my commute, I made a video on that. You can see exactly how awful it is. It takes about 3 hours each way, so working in the city is definitely not easy when living at home, and that's something I definitely wanted to fix. I knew I couldn't be doing it for much longer. So I knew I had to move, but I didn't know exactly where I wanted to move. I was kind of debating between, do I move into the city, into New York? Do I move into just North Jersey, where I'm just across the river and just kind of commute over, which is a lot shorter of a commute? Or do I kind of find somewhere else? And I gave myself a deadline that by January 1st of 2020, I had to have made a decision and to know where I was moving to. So I kind of really spent a lot of time thinking about it and weighing the different options. And I kind of realized that every time I thought about moving to New York or North Jersey, it freaked me out, gave me so much anxiety because I knew I never really liked being in those areas. I was always when I'm in New York, I'm auditioning, or I'm always in Midtown, where I always feel fine and safe, but whenever I get out of Midtown, I don't feel great and I don't feel safe, and I don't think I should live somewhere that I don't feel safe in and I don't feel fully comfortable in. So I really didn't think that was a good option for me. And I've also just been weighing where I fit in the entertainment industry and kind of dealing with that too. So once I kind of figured that out, I realized that family entertainment is something I'm truly passionate about and is what I do well. It's what I've been cast in basically my entire life. So I figured if I'm perfect for the family entertainment industry, why not go somewhere where that is centralized in one location and where I can focus on doing that and not auditioning for things I know I'm not right for. So that's kind of when Orlando kind of popped up. I loved Orlando. I auditioned there a ton for Disney and all the theme parks and all that type of stuff, but I also made a lot of connections down there. When I worked for Feld, they're based out of Palmetto, Florida, which isn't far from Orlando. It's a little closer to Tampa, but and basically a lot of the things I was auditioning for up in New York were Florida-based companies. So I figured that might be a sign that maybe Orlando was the place I was meant to be. I also realized that like if I moved to Orlando, there'd be so many more auditions I could go to where only 10% of those are actually coming up to New York to audition. So I would have so many more opportunities to audition for things I think I'm right for, and like getting the opportunity to actually perform down there in a place that I don't feel scared of. Whenever I thought about moving to Orlando, it made me really happy and excited rather than scared and anxious. So that was also a really good sign that maybe that was the place for me. And after talking with a bunch of friends about it, it kind of really helped me settle my decision that yes, I think that's where I want to be. And that's kind of when this Disney contract kind of like fell into my lap, that it was like, wow, maybe this actually is a sign I can actually do this. I can actually work for this company, and I can possibly like continue that down in Florida. So I don't have a job lined up down in Orlando yet. I obviously have training with Disney, working with their characters and stuff like that. So I would love to continue doing that stuff down there. And we'll kind of see what happens. I've had some really great auditions that I'm still in consideration for, waiting to hear back. So we'll kind of see where these next couple weeks take us. But if I don't have a job lined up by the time I move, that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. I will make things work down there. But I have high hopes for what's gonna happen for me down there and like my future. And Orlando's just somewhere where I can actually like eventually settle down, and like you can have a family down there and still like work professionally, which is something that in New York is just a lot harder to do, and it's so expensive up here that like Orlando just seems like it's a perfect fit. I've also been listening to this podcast recently. If you're into podcasts, like definitely go check this one out, especially if you're a performer. It's called O-Town Dreamers, and it's basically a podcast written and recorded by two Orlando-based performers, and they basically talk about the entertainment industry in Orlando and why Orlando is such a great spot for performers to go to if you're not wanting to go to New York or LA, and how that can be a nice platform to start your career, or just what Orlando has to offer. So literally perfect for the problem I was having where I couldn't figure out where to move. But they kind of break down different parts of Orlando entertainment. They bring in special guests to talk about their fields. And I just really love listening to it, and it gave me like, just calmed me down so much and like reassured me that this was the right decision for me. So be prepared for a lot of moving vlogs. I will be vlogging my entire journey, moving down there, and we'll kind of see what happens, but I am so excited. I've got probably, I guess, like 3 weeks until I move down, or I actually kind of like move out officially, grab all my things, and just drive on down. I'm living with one of my best friends, so I'm super excited about that as well. But yeah, that's kind of what's happening in my life. If you're in a similar situation as a performer and don't really know what to do, I'd love to talk about it. So just let me know if that's something you want to see, or something you need help with. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. As I said, there's going to be a lot of new content coming out, especially at the end of this month and into the new year, so I'm super excited about it. Be sure to tell all your friends about my channel, and thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll kind of see you next time.